Welcome to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. Join us in our campaign and shenanigans as we explore the subterranean labyrinths, plunder hordes of treasure, battle legendary monsters. This podcast will be following our gaming group and the adventures of these characters, as well as a few guests from time to time. Join us as we start a new campaign and our journey to experience the best, and maybe the worst, in the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Welcome back to Goblins of Conquest.
You look up and you see these horrific ball-shaped things that look almost like a hand. And they're just kind of floating there, looking around in circles.
Do they look like they've noticed me?
And they have an eyeball in the center. The eyeball doesn't seem to be moving, but they're just like bobbing.
It's the mini hands of Vecna.
And pretty much as you look at them, and you can practically hear yourself thinking, are they looking at me? They all kind of turn.
Stop looking at me.
Slowly look right at
very
you.
awkward.
He's looking at me, Ray.
It comes running out of the room. They're looking at me!
So since you all saw the door fall in, go ahead and everybody roll initiative. Because you sense that there's probably a problem. The kid will start winning the room and close the door behind her.
Better she's stealing something.
Actually, she's stealing everything.
I'm just going to cast Leomund's Tiny Hut.
And dive
Bye,
inside.
gigs.
And say, hey, I'll be back in a couple days.
Right. Well, I can take off the rest. If I had it last level, we could have just covered ourselves and we'd been safe.
Keep that in mind for a backup plan.
Yeah.
That's what I like
It's
about
always
my
a
crew.
backup plan.
He kind of has that as well.
It's good to be able to make a safe place if you need one in a pinch.
Maybe not a mansion, but
By the
Baba
way,
Yaga's hut.
it looks like that.
The trash can is already out there.
Okay, can you take the box up to it?
You want me to throw it in the trash can?
Yeah, because the city of Tucson has gypped us on recycling, so they
I
can
hate
take
that
the
they
extra
cut
trash.
back to every other week. That's
And not only that, they didn't lower the fees. So.
yeah, and they're still making profit off of it, which is bullshit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the mere fact that they made, what was it, $12 million the first year they were, and where'd all that money go? Went in
They go on
somebody's
the roads.
pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
So everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Mhm.
And what does our Giggle Sword have?
18.
Oh wow!
That's Andy.
I just have to change my number because they're negative on their initiative by a lot. Okay, so what does our Paladin have?
13.
And our Wizard?
19.
And our Ranger?
23 again.
Damn, it's in a hurry for everything. And our Cleric?
Should I put this in the fridge or on the counter?
You put it.
Again, our
Fridge
Cleric
must
wisely
be
bringing up the rear. So Ranger, she's about 20. The doors are about 20 feet in front of you.
Okay.
You can clearly tell the doors seem to be free pivoting
Yeah.
since she fell inside them.
Which one's me? There you go. So that's
So
20,
20 feet will get
so
you there.
That's 20 feet of my movement. Yeah, I'm going to try pushing the other door.
The other door moves quite freely. It's quite nicely made.
Alright.
Yeah, nicely crafted goblin doors.
Yeah, fine little.
Well, it's
goblin-
technically
fine
hobgoblins.
Oh, damn it. Never mind.
The fact that it's 10-foot tall doors, it's
Mhm.
probably not meant for just goblins.
Okay.
Okay, so you open the
Like I
door,
said, the door would
and as
open
soon
that
as you
tall.
do, you see some really creepy balls that are about.
You see really creepy balls. And
They hang really low.
Apparently,
They're
Yeah.
swollen too, with eyes on them.
apparently you flipped his ones off.
They're large size.
We've got.
I am not thrilled with this.
Do you want me to take these? Oh, they weren't those.
Yeah,
They weren't those.
They're the dice.
Okay.
I don't have any more poker chips, but we know that those are
What did you
taking
do
that
to
much
us?
space.
Giggles.
I got 2 more. Medium.
As you come in,
I have 2 more of
oh
these.
perfect. Want to throw one under that one, and then one under that one. Jesus Christ, this room is crowded. Good thing those things are just floating giant beach balls
With eyes.
with creepy hand-looking things sticking out, and
Right.
one lifeless, unmoving eye
There you go.
One's a leaf.
on the wind. So you burst in the door and you see
I'm gonna wash it.
a bunch of cold wafting in on you. Giggle Snort is on her knees.
Mm-hmm.
Her mouse is on her head.
I mean, violence is my answer to any challenge, so I think these things don't look good. So yeah, I'm going to
Mark down that you have inspiration.
Yay.
We'll use fate dice. Since I put all my poker chips on the table.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to see this one up here because it's the closest.
Okay.
Focus my planar warrior gaze upon it and fire an arrow at it. Well, I'm gonna start with one arrow first. Just
Okay.
regular arrow. I doubt a 11 will do much.
And 11 will hit the beach ball.
Ooh.
It's a beach ball.
It's a giant
Yeah,
floating beach
that's,
ball.
that's why I still said it, just in case. And that will do.
Now, quick question: do you close the door behind you, or you're keeping it open?
No, I want to keep it open.
Okay.
Because yeah. That's right. That was one thing while you're doing that, like I was going to ask, like, is the door something that's going to want to swing back closed? Can I basically stand in this side of the doorway and
Yeah.
shoot in, or okay?
You can stand there, keep
If
the door
I-
open, and basically you're leaning against the door as you're shooting your arrow in.
Yeah.
He's got a convenient hobnob on.
Gobnob.
That will be 11 points of force damage.
Ooh, 11 points of force damage, you say?
Yeah.
Okay, so this creepy-looking giant eyeball thing that's looking right down upon her without actually looking down upon her. You pull your arrow out. You charge it with your planar warrior schnaz.
My bow doesn't sound like that when I draw it.
I think you need to clean your bowstring.
Explain
And,
the warrior's lessons. He attuned it.
Immediately, you let go of your arrow. 'Cause he's coming to your rescue like a
Yeah.
big goddamn hero.
After I tripped him on the way here.
You guys are climbing over. He's like, I say you! Your arrow goes flying out at it, and it hits it like right in the eye. Because of course you're aiming right for the whites of the eye. And as soon as it does, your arrow kind of hits it, and like a big beach ball, your arrow kind of squishes in for half a second before your force damage explodes it.
Oh, okay.
And its little tentacle fingers go flying like you just popped a giant
Giant
Glove.
spore-filled beach ball.
Score.
That doesn't sound good.
We need a win.
As the second this thing explodes, and there's like a loud concussive popping noise. Immediately, the three of you that are more than 20 feet outside the door just see this cloud come about 15 feet in front of you of spores. Basically black mold. Those of you that are within 20 feet of the exploding giant blob.
That was this one, right?
Yep.
Alright.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead and you're within. Give me a DC Constitution save.
Alright.
You want to make this number. You really want to make.
I will use my inspiration.
Okay.
How's a 9?
18.
I really want to say
I mean,
18.
You have an 18. That's good. You save. Why? It's because he's a forest gnome. He's used to eating mold. She lives with people, and they die when there's mold. So you inhale this horrible
He's been
mold.
lying to us this whole time.
Not bad. So 7 points of poison damage, and you feel like you might have a mold allergy. Something's wrong. Yeah, you might have a mold allergy.
I can see it now. This
So
wide face with these teeth sticking out, and it's like she's extra green, like that sickly green, not the beautiful green. That
not the beautiful goblin green, but the
And her
unhealthy
eyes are
goblin.
kind of poking out, and it's like a bad makeup job.
What's your Constitution modifier, by the way?
No, like that.
I'll circle it one more time. It's more dramatic when the GM writes a number down. The number 13, no less. I rolled a 10 plus your 3. It's interesting. So,
If by interesting you mean horrifying, yes.
mold explodes. Our ranger made his Constitution save. So,
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna wait a bit.
Do it again.
I'm not going to.
Do it again.
Yeah. A voice in the back of my head. It wants to. I'm saying this is the same urge of violence. I'm not
So-
trying to pull my violence. card
Maybe
twice.
if I shoot it this
You do have
time,
a
it
second
won't
attack.
explode.
Yeah, I know.
yeah, if you want
It looks
to.
the same.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and pop because yeah, I should have
Yeah, you
sight.
they're
sight
floating up in the air, so
Yeah.
it's easy to
Oh,
see.
that's right. They're statues, not pillars.
Yeah, those are statues that are destroyed of bugbears.
That would be a 25.
That will hit.
This one, I don't get planar focus on this guy.
Okay.
That will be 5 piercing.
Okay, you shoot this one and it explodes, just less explosively as the last one. Now, 5,
Thank
10,
you.
15. You are within the blast radius of the mold on that one. So give me another Constitution save as more mold is blasting.
14.
I'm gonna throw it instead.
14, you say?
Yeah. Feeling less confident about this 14.
12.
So both of you take 13 points of poison damage.
Oh god.
And let me roll that. Let's see.
That puts me over my.
You're down to 0.
Yes. I'm dead.
You dead?
Did you get your hit point? Did
You
you
only
add hit
did
points
it.
from you leveled up?
I think so. Didn't we do that last time?
How many hit points?
Unless
do you
you've
have?
rolled really
Yeah, that's
horribly.
really low.
No.
Then
Because
maybe
Because
I haven't.
I had 48.
You should have
I have 41. So
You
Okay,
should
so I
have
definitely have
5 8-sided dice worth of hit points. How many
Okay.
hit points do you have max?
You'd think first level.
After you
should
check
be
your
now.
phone.
Yeah.
That's alright. Take my
Yeah, no,
med.
no, there's no way because she's got a
Okay,
plus
I
3
need to sign
Constitution
up.
modifier.
Yeah, even if you
Okay.
took the average, it'd be 4 plus 1, so
Maybe I didn't
28.
do it right.
Well,
and
we'll
then
take a
plus
quick
con
break.
modifier.
for anyone to hit the restroom, mainly me. And you can do the math on your sheet. So you're going to be taking another 13 points after what you have now.
Yeah.
And let's see if I roll less than 10 for you. And what's our Ranger's Constitution level?
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
Okay.
Only a 3.
So should I just roll?
And our
5d
Ranger looks,
plus
he's
10?
like,
Or you can take the.
take the average.
What is the average?
that's what I usually
Oh,
do. Is
for-
take the average.
It's 5.
Yeah. So
8. So
Yeah, it's-
5.
So it's
yeah.
5 plus your Constitution modifier for each level.
So-
Past the first.
8 each level.
So 8
That was
times
so many
8 times
words,
every
guys.
Okay, so
Okay.
so it's 8 per level after the first level.
Okay,
So how many hit points do you have on your paper?
I have 18.
You have 3d8lets in your hit dice, so that's your level 3. So add 16 to your max number.
Wow, I totally caught up with this guy.
See, I rolled investigation on your paper and I saw you had 3d something on your hit dice. So that tells me you probably haven't given yourself more hit dice since then. And your hit dice should
34, that
be,
seems more reasonable.
should be 5d8. Now the question is, how much damage have you taken? So
20.
Okay, and that includes the 13?
Yeah, that's...
Okay,
Yeah, it was the first round was 7.
Yeah.
so you're not dead.
No, I'm not dead, guys.
And I can run to the restroom.
I'm not dead yet.
Me first.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I
See
need
what
to...
happens when you push other people down to get in front of them.
Then they come to my rescue?
Is
That-
what you kids
Actually, yeah, that would be rescue with question mark. That is the appropriate answer.
You rescued me so you could kill me later, I think.
You don't get to kill her. I get you later. For tripping me.
And our dear ranger looks very, very sick. Spores! You're right, those are
Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Just because, just in case, that's gonna be.
Okay, so we all back.
I think I failed my concentration, so I can't re-aim my hunter's mark for free.
Okay. So, Wizard, you see horrible cloud of something that can't be healthy to breathe in. As the paladin coughs. What are you gonna do?
Standing there next to the paladin and the cleric. What he's thinking in his head is that
We might need more goblins.
I think that's the last strike. And he starts to turn as he looks over at his other companions. He thinks, well, there was that one time they saved my ass.
Aww.
I guess we gotta go in and save him, don't we?
Yes!
Okay.
We might still prove useful elsewhere.
Yeah, I'll set the trap
It's a
up
long
for you.
walk back to get more goblins.
Yeah, there's that. So he's going to step forward. He's going to push one of the doors open with his staff. And as he does so, he's going to lean in and his
Well, the
arm-
doors, the goblins hold the
Yeah,
door
I'm not
open.
unconscious.
One door is
I can
I'm-
stand over you and
yeah.
push the door. So I stand over you, being careful not to stand in the cloud, but I have an idea. I'm going to cast web on the center of the mass there, and hopefully the web causes I'm going to have it start high, so it kind of drapes over.
Okay.
The
And what's
mist and
the
everything.
area effect of your web spell, since this is the first time you're really using it?
Well, I've used it, but not often. It is a 20-foot cube from the point, so I guess where is the mist right now?
So,
Fog of icky.
these guys,
Oh, you're talking about the spores?
Well, I see a
there's
mist. in
three
the air,
giant balls that look like almost like
Oh,
the
there's
holders.
should
Yes.
be four. The leaf
Yeah,
is
the
the
leaf
four.
is the fourth one.
Oh, sorry.
Here, do you want?
Yeah, make it more obvious, I guess.
And they're floating around.
So I can get 3 of them.
You could get
Right.
3 of them.
So I'm going
It's
to
the
drop
Fable Fate
the
drawing.
web on 3 of them, and it is a I think it's a dex. Each creature restrained. It's a dex saving throw, 14.
Okay, so which 3 are you aiming for?
The
These
3 that
three?
are clustered together, yeah.
Okay. So, something tells me 5 beat your DC.
Nope, we have 14.
Will a 9 beat your DC? Will a 4 beat your DC?
Negative.
Yes, the -5 on their dex.
Did it do any good
mine
with
was
this
bad.
big poof of green,
When
black?
you plopped your web out, that it's pretty much covering them and trapping them, and you see them kind of straining against it.
But no, the spores are
But the spore cloud explosion, pretty much it dissipated before you walked in the room.
Okay.
And there is a free one floating around that you could go after if you want to attack it.
Oh, I just cast the spell, so
Oh, okay.
I'm not hasted right now.
I had to try to see if I could get you to do something crazy.
But,
But there's more.
yep, fire. Remember fire?
I
Remember in the
love
well?
fire.
We need fire right now.
We should totally have fire. Wait, this isn't us.
So I put the firebug in the goblin's ears, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So that brings us to our
I
rogue.
wish I had some way to set the things on fire.
This rogue is on fire.
Oh, no.
Your wish is my
As you
command.
realize that he put a flask of oil splashing down your back onto the floor. Run! I'll light it when you're ready. So you're prone. So what you gonna do? You feel
Unprone
sick.
myself.
Unprone yourself? Okay, that's half your movement.
Okay.
You're sick.
I am going to shoot at the green blob.
The one that's in the web?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking maybe the web will somehow keep the spores from
Sure.
spreading, since it's a magic web.
It's sticky,
It's a web of lies.
The bugbear is just out of the effect.
and you don't have to attune to it.
Is he? 1, 5, 10. Yeah, he is. No matter how I counter it, he's took him to one shot. You're a mad woman.
Well, at least I hit it.
You shoot your arrow and it's in the web and it's like and the spores shoot out everywhere in a cloud that ends right at the bugbear's feet.
It didn't get stuck in the sticky?
The spores explode out and it's not airtight, so the spores can go. So both you guys give me a constitution save. Make your constitutions.
Oh, that fell in. Well, ah!
What did you get?
I got single digit.
Uh, 12. Again.
Do better. 17.
Oh, but you can't see her.
Oh, you're not in there.
Oh, she's behind the door.
She's behind the
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
You can make him do better.
Yeah, I got a 6.
Single digit. Would you like to save that?
No.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's another 10 points for each of you.
Right.
And let's see if
Oh,
I
got
roll.
you. You were going to save face.
Huh?
You were going to offer a save face.
Let's see if
Took
I
me a
roll
second.
less than 8 for the rogue. I did roll less than 8. The clock is ticking down. Now let's see if I roll less than.
Well, can you? Because we'll see.
No, same number. You feel even sicker.
I'm going to lean back and I'm going to say, hey, these shit stains are killing themselves. We need a hand.
Yes, we are.
And you hear
He's completely right.
Hey, look.
Oh, you're
They-
so funny.
if you
These bad
gotta
guys.
do a job, do it well.
At least they do more than your thing there. Your vessel of... I'm going to stop right there.
Now, Ranger and Rogue and Bugbear, you will note that she shot that green one and it exploded. And the cloud of spores stuck right before the Bugbear. If that tells you anything.
You guys could just
Tells
step
us
back here.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm gonna.
You could walk out of the room.
Now,
I'm gonna roll.
don't you have cunning action or something?
You do.
You can have the damage?
I do. I didn't realize it
Once
was
per
Well, no,
turn.
it's not an area effect.
Oh.
It's a saver.
Okay.
Take the poison damage.
But I think they have something for that too. But...
They've got one that if it's a dex save, they can just not take the damage.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, this is the con save. It's one that'll go after everybody in this group, except the paladin.
I mean it with endearing love, of course. Colin, you should say.
Of course.
No.
So that brings us to our paladin, who's been like, guys, what the hell's going on in there? What is this cloud of death coming out of here? And why is the bugbear so cool standing where he is?
Don't tell him he's cool.
Now.
I just no. I'm reacting to something I just read.
What'd you read?
Sorry about the distraction from the game.
Get out!
I liked that one earlier.
What is
I was gonna say you should just read it out loud for the group.
Oh
as a joke.
yeah. For
Read it as a dad joke.
Me distributes 20-sided loaves of bread at a D&D game. Friends, what the hell? Rolls for initiative.
Total dad joke.
I love it.
D20 size rolls. Rolls for initiative.
it?
Total dad joke. So what's our paladin do? And that's like the graffiti you saw painted on the wall in this hallway. Rolls for initiative. What does one do with elf bones? Makes rolls for initiative.
I'm going to move up to.
Okay, it's 20 feet to get to the door. Your ranger's holding the door open, which is so nice of him.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could just bump into the door behind the road and knock her prone.
I mean, I've practically been prone this entire time. Where do you want to go?
So where do you want to go?
So now I was able to see how far the one was from the bugbear.
Nope. You're 20 feet down the hallway with the door propped open with a bugbear in the way.
That green cloud isn't mine.
And the bugbear's saying, light it with fire. But as soon as you get to a spot where you can see the whole room, including the big web spell right here. You probably don't want to walk into that.
Here, I'm going to let you do that since you're not saying anything.
He was not giving you direction. He needed to give you your motivation.
Unfortunately, I didn't light a fire with.
I know. I ran out of fire.
Burning
really
smite,
quick.
branding smite, something like that. That's higher level. Even the cat's giving you suggestions. He says, charge in there and hit it with your sword. By the way, do you guys tell him not to charge in there and hit it with his sword? I notice how the goblins get real quiet. You guys can talk as a free action.
Yeah, no.
I'm pretty sure that if I try talking, I'll just be coughing and dying.
I can't talk. I have to save for my constitution.
Legitimately,
save.
I don't know any of this.
Yeah.
No. It's they pop.
is
they,
almost-
they,
You can
no,
tell
no.
that we haven't made it past the doorway.
They pop real good.
You can almost tell
You
that
can
this is a
see-
group of evil creatures.
You can see a cloud of something not reach outside the door.
Yeah. No.
Or reach out right outside the door.
They pop real
And
good into
We haven't made
big
it past
nasty
the doorway.
explosion.
So, I mean, I think you can.
Decisions.
I will cast. What is it? It's in this one.
Do you go in the room?
Yes,
Okay.
Where?
directly in front of the. Actually, you know what? I can share space with numbnuts.
Which one?
Yeah.
Obviously not the bugbear.
Oh, right.
Oh no! But there.
She was meaning which goblin.
Yeah, which goblin?
That's not what I meant!
She meant left or right.
The dick in the middle.
You're gonna have to warn everybody before they listen to this.
Oh, I always mark these adult for a reason, because you never know it's going to slip.
Slip isn't the way to describe today's episode.
It's a
Legitimate slipping.
It's a
Yeah, I know, I realize this.
It's a downward slope.
What is the range on spiritual weapon?
120 feet.
Wait, I'll cast it behind the white one.
Behind the white one.
Yes.
So you're casting spiritual weapon?
Yes.
What's your spiritual weapon look like? As he's whipping out his
Choose your
his
weapon.
cool minis of miniature spiritual weapons.
I will go with that.
So what does your spiritual weapon look like since we've yet to see this?
Let's see, mine's a bloody axe, so I'm interested to see what yours is.
I will go with a sickly green hammer. Even though it's yellow. And
Okay.
He's revealing the signal.
Choose your weapon is most
17 will hit.
Right?
and damage on the D8, right?
It's a D8, right?
Yes.
I was gonna say, look at the cleric who casts it more than I do. And as your bonus action each turn, you can move it and swing it again.
So,
You hit it, and as soon as your hammer glancingly blows it, you hear this like squeaky noise, like a balloon almost, and then all of a sudden, just when you think it's not gonna explode, you're thinking they're full of crap.
We are full of crap.
This
Terrible spore crap.
as it explodes, and conveniently, I'm just shy of being the rogue again.
Yay!
As like a puff mold getting popped, and it shoots its spores out everywhere. And you take in that these are bugbear bodies. They're probably only about a year old, but they're growing this weird fuzzy brown mold. This room feels really cold. You're kind of taking in the sight, seeing little holes in these bugbears' bodies, like 8 big holes, like something erupted out because the mold was growing all over them. It's horrible. It's disgusting. You probably don't want to step in the mold. By the way, that red line is the cold mold.
And I can move it as...
You can move through that mold, no problem.
No, the bonus action. I can move it.
Oh, yeah, you can move it.
I will move it over to the other one.
Okay.
That one.
Okay.
I think if it explodes, it's going to mold me. Again.
Well, I'm assuming you're going to move before I have my next turn.
I thought you.
So it is our rogue's turn.
Oh, I'm going to leave.
What are you going to do?
I'm just going to go over here.
Hey, watch it. That moldy body off.
Now, are you staying just within the doorway? Or you? Because the
Or are you bailing down the door?
That's
you probably
right,
want to
it's
pick
a
a different
hallway.
square than the one that the ranger and the paladin are sitting in.
I wasn't in that.
Okay.
I didn't realize that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
a
it's
spot.
supposed to be
So I went.
Who
I-
knew?
I'm
10-foot
out.
wide hallway is not enough for goblins. Okay, so you're basically quickly retreating. You see the goblin running out. She looks very sickly. And she runs further. It's about to go
Right to your feet. Help.
Be like
I'm gonna
Shake
pull
it
the
off.
Lord of the Rings and pass out at your feet. The King of the Mountain has returned. Here's my HMO card. Okay, anything for your action? You still have an action. You've got your cunning action, so you could hide, disengage, dash.
Maybe I should shoot and then move.
Do you want to do that? You tell me.
No, I just want to go over there and lay
Okay.
down.
Actually,
Okay.
Hyde leans down and holds out his sleeve. And on the sleeve is a picture of a lantern. And it looks to be stitched and embroidered as a patch on his sleeve. And it says, "Pull this."
Pull my finger.
Okay, I do it because
You-
I'm trust.
And as she
pull
peels it off, it basically becomes a hooded lantern filled and lit in your hands. You now have fire.
You now have a lit
I have
lantern.
fire. Heal me.
But
You
do
now
you,
have a ranged
Oh,
attack
do you
to
want
throw
to
fire.
throw that lantern at the?
I guess I do. I guess I.
Give me a ranged attack there.
Sure.
I think you got this.
Here's the one we all get lit on
It's
fire.
just plus my deck modifier, right?
Should take care of mold. It is full.
I was
It's
just thinking
ordered.
natural one and we all get lit on fire.
Yeah.
Where should we?
He's
where,
saying she misses.
Where should I
Oh.
aim?
Basically for this one.
For that
It's
one.
covered in web, which is flammable, which means it'll start burning.
Did you see that slide on the 20? Did you see it? It slid on the 20. And it was like, kidding.
So she's so sickly when you say
Can't
pull
even
my
throw.
finger and you give the sleeve of many useful things. And she rips that lantern off, and as she grabs the lantern, pulls at the handle literally in the patch, becomes the real thing. And she kind of like nonchalantly flicks behind her back the lantern.
A 6.
Obviously,
I got a 6. I just rolled a 2.
Maybe she burned her back on like a point.
she kind of flicks the lantern backwards, kind of nonchalantly along her dash to run to medical attention. And it kind of like hits what's left of this bugbear statue, and the bugbear statue catches it, and almost looks like an effigy to our dear bugbear wizard, a flaming bugbear, as the fire just misses the web.
But it's burning on.
It is burning, and it is spreading. And
Yes.
probably in a round or two, it'll catch your web.
Maybe it wasn't that bad.
LJ tree.
You guys saw that, right? Though it's like,
Yeah.
ugh.
You'll check on the cleric.
So you run up to the cleric's feet. So conveniently, it's my flying little orb's turn. And he's going to do what he does. He's going to give you an attack of opportunity. That's his 5 feet. Would you like to take it?
Yep.
You want a different
You
one?
can't still see it. I hope he rolls low. That's just what I'm saying. Yes, roll really low.
7. So, roll to 7.
There's no bonuses with it?
It should be spell attack modifier.
Oh, so...
So your charisma.
So.
Charisma and proficiency.
Well, still, your 7 was high enough.
Oh, okay. So.
It's a floating beach ball who only has 10 feet of
Oh, we
movement.
did max damage.
And it explodes over here before it can chase you down by only getting to, it would have gone to right here. It gets stuck in the web. And your spiritual weapon hits it and it explodes. So, cleric, Goblin is running to your feet. She looks very ill.
Shake it off.
I'm right at ankle height. I'm just saying. I have daggers.
Now she-
You first! I mean, I might be dying of
Both
trench
furious
foot, but
all.
you first!
Don't worry, you'll get her first. Spare the dying.
I heard somewhere that a cleric's blood can cure diseases.
I like it.
Well, I mean, if you don't want me to do what I was going to do, that's fine.
I think this is the appropriate side.
So what is it? What is it you're gonna do? She comes running up to you.
The Fable Fate coin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, are you dead?
No.
I am 4 points from 0.
4 points out of how many?
34.
4 out of 34. She looks pretty rough.
Yeah, on a
Like
scale-
running
got-
to you
on a
might be
scale of
my
one-
last
0 to
match.
34,
She's got, it
I'm
looks
going-
like
I'm
like
feeling the full-
pitted
Right.
burns on her face where this acidic mold hit her and pockmarked her. She looks like Edward James Olmos.
She needs a smoke break.
That's mean.
Well, yeah.
I don't know who
It's-
it's mean to. I don't know which one it's mean to, but it's mean to one of them.
It gives you character.
Ooh.
Yes, dying does give one character.
Well, I suppose I won't be
You
You
doing
guys
what I
haven't
wanna
noticed the fact
do.
that the paladin's done more healing than the cleric, right?
This is how you keep your troops alive. I actually heal you all.
Right, the cleric wants to see how you look when you're dead.
She's having the Darwinism Awards. How much can you go through before you die? I can't decide which is easier, bringing you back from death or keeping you healed the old-fashioned way.
It's interesting to
I
look
tell
through her
you.
diary. Today, 2 party members almost died. In their state of death, I experienced an exhilarating feeling as I just observed the wounds as they were taking the life force away from their corpse.
Well, he's not wrong.
And then at the last second, I gave them life.
She just walks up and whispers, and touches you with the healing mist. The closer you get to death each time, the more conversion you are.
Right?
I mean, my grave cleric. That's the trick they have. Is if they're at 0 hit points, it's automatic max roll.
Yep.
So it's like
I
you're
will-
at 2 hit points.
I will say. I
Come
will
back to me
say
later.
that-
Yeah.
Come back to me when you're down.
I mean,
I'll
that would-
spare the dying before you die, and then I'll max you out,
right.
And spare the dying is a 30-foot range bonus action
Yep.
too. Instead of
which is nice.
You're at 2 hit points.
This is my healing cudgel.
trust me, this will
I have a
work
few
better.
Options, so that's fine.
You have a few options.
All
I
right.
got
Any
something
option
for
you
you.
use will be
This is gonna
greatly
hurt.
appreciated.
She
I
just
won't-
whips out
I won't even steal your things.
her hobgoblin hem book, and she's
There's
like,
a lie.
"There's many hems I can read here."
Not gonna do it in front of her then. Okay.
So what
It
spell are
tells
you
us my
using?
dump set, and I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds. What does cure wounds do?
She gets hit points back. So
Okay.
Sounds
That's
less
it.
exciting than
That's
that. So how many does she get back?
She gets back. So 6 points.
6 points.
That's it. That's all you're getting.
All right.
Sorry, you've got the PPO, not the HMO. Take 2 of these rocks and call me in the morning.
So your HMO is capped.
You've yet to hit your deductible. Okay, so you fall at her feet and you're at a solid 10 now, right?
Solid 10.
You're like a third of your normal life, but you still feel off.
I believe it.
Yeah. That number shrunk from a 13 to an 11 to an 8. Still better than his 5.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Okay.
I don't have.
Are you good with where you're standing? Do you want to go closer to the room of death?
Well, I was gonna get closer, but somebody decided they needed a heal, so
Well, you still have your movement.
no, that's all right.
Okay.
I'm pretty safe back here.
Okay. So top of the order, that brings us up to our ranger. He's sick. He's not feeling good. He probably wants to pop that next one that's further back, so you know he's out.
I am 25 feet away from this at the moment.
Now is a good time to pop it as you see the fire slowly growing.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop it. Focus
Okay.
my planar warrior just because.
Just because you have the ability, might as well use it.
26.
That will hit the beach ball that is moored with webbing to
It's
the ceiling.
that's why is math failing me? 17 points of force damage.
And the webbing kind of like gets inflated and then deflates down, and you can tell the webbing's just like cobwebs at this point.
That's fine.
And that very second, the pool of fire drips on one strand of the web spell, and then it just flame inferno as the wind is pushing you all back. Like, holy shit, that's flammable! Did you know that was flammable?
Yes.
And yeah, I kind of hobble back and just sort of, I'm gonna lie down here.
Okay, how long does web burn, by the way?
It's a concentration spell, so I didn't cast any other spells, but
Okay. Doesn't that last like 1d4 rounds or something, burning though? I think.
oh, burning?
Yeah, when you light it on fire. It's one of the best uses of web ever. You trap them and then you torch them.
Right. And grease. If the DM allowed. We did that before.
Yeah, we did that before. We established grease is flammable in this world.
If the web.
It's all going to wait until one day you run into a human bard jester who uses grease spell on everyone.
The webs are flammable. Any 5-foot cube of webs exposed to fire burns away in 1 round, dealing 2d4 damage to any creature that starts in its
It's
turn.
great napalm. Okay, so yeah, it burns pretty fast and just takes off with the flames. 'Cause of course,
Like
each-
a web would burn.
Yeah. So you guys, you step outside. Within a good minute, the spores and the smoke are dissipating. The smoke smells horrible because, of course, the smoke burned a crap load of that mold on the floor. There is actually a path. Like, this half of the room is clear now thanks to that fire.
Well, there's still a lamp fire going.
Yeah.
Because that was natural,
Uh-huh.
I would think. Unless it didn't have any fuel.
No, it had full fuel. Said so in the
But
spell.
spread out.
Uh-huh. So what do you guys do once the web spell is, burned itself out?
Our goblin's gonna die.
Anybody checking on the goblins? Anyone want to do a medicine check on them?
Yeah.
Can I do a medicine check on myself to see what's going on?
Sure.
Yeah. I want to do that too.
Ah, natural 20 for a 22 total.
Natural 20? Wow, that's pretty good.
12.
So immediately,
I've
With your natural
apparently
20?
experienced this before.
you know that you are sick and it's probably fatal because as she's looking at herself about her sickness, she's poking her burns that have just barely been healed by the magic heal. And she notices like spore hatches and little mushroom head grows out of her arm. It's that super creepy plant living in your skin thing.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
Oh, we're going to have to cut it off.
And
Oh,
our ranger, who is like the nature guy,
I
who
barely
had to
recognize
roll
this.
the natural 20, and apparently you're like, I've licked a mold rock before.
Yes.
You know, and I will tell you the secret number that you know after you checked yourself out and you've got a funny rash in funny places. And this mold,
But not the funny places.
no, that you know you have been infested with some kind of nasty mold. It's a plant. It's not. I just want to make sure it wasn't like aberration or anything.
Okay.
It's a plant. So it's a natural thing. That's why you rolled that natural 20.
Yeah.
That you know that you are going to die in 5 hours.
Oh, 5 hours.
If your mold is not treated in the next 2.5 hours, you will be poisoned. You know, when you get like disadvantage on fucking everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you will be dead in 5 hours. Not only that,
I don't want this
after
to
you
everything.
die, you feel that within a week,
I'll be
a
back.
handful of those things will come out of your corpse. That's how good your medicine roll was.
Wow.
They're intestine balloons.
For the record, that's fucking gross.
That's fucking horrifying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
Would
think
you
you're
please
just
stop
sick and
touching me?
I just need a nap.
You think you need a nap and you'll be fine.
Yeah, no.
So do you express to your colleagues about your condition?
I express what I know about. I've seen this before. This is not fun.
And the question is,
give the
How
TLDR.
does the group believe him this time?
how do
Because he cries wolf.
Wasn't
How do you
Giggle
get
Stork
back?
standing there laughing at him saying, "Oh, I'm gonna die." Oh, look at me, I'm dying.
Like, I'm gonna actually.
And you guys know that horrible green mold that they have in France? That's like hundreds of miles of mold. Where it's like green, yellow pustules that it grows. It's kind of what's slowly happening under their skin.
Shut it. I need to hear that.
All of a sudden they go from green to yellow veins.
I don't think that's a
How
good
do we
color.
get better?
Yeah. Can
But
I relay
fire?
how to get rid of it? Excuse me. How like I know I need treatment. Do I know how? Do
You
I
have
know?
to bathe in the
You
fire
did roll
Tide,
a
the
natural
wizard.
20, so I will let you know that there's some witches that make an ointment that can cure you.
Oh.
You remember
Witches
that
and
witch is
ointment.
like half a week's walk away. You'll be dead way before then.
Yeah.
Your spore babies might be born by the time your corpse is brought to them.
If you die, we're leaving you here. Not
A night hag's hearthstone can be magically used to cure. If an alchemist makes a potion of vitality, they can cure a disease. That's the only things natural that you know.
Okay.
Now, if like a religious
But a
person
cure
wants to
disease.
roll a religion, or an arcana wants to roll an arcana,
Afflicted with a disease.
Let's see.
I mean, there's magical abilities that can do it too.
18
18.
Arcana.
So with Arcana, you know that there's spells like Lesser Restoration that can do it. Raise Dead could probably bring the dead guy back after the spores come out.
I have animate.
Resurrection could bring them back as a different species. That could be cool. You take a goblin, you kill him, and resurrect him as a human, and send him off on a mission.
No, that'd be not resurrection, but reincarnation.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah. True Resurrection, if you want to spend 25,000 gold pieces to bring someone back.
I have a pouch of dehydrated potion from Yvonne. That's what it says here. I don't know what it means.
It's
Oh,
basically dehydrated healing potion.
You guys just add water. Less
Yeah.
probably
Does
less
that
effective.
help?
So,
No.
among the spells, is Lesser Restoration one of them?
Yes.
Lesser Restoration is one of them. There's also, did our paladin roll his religion?
Yes.
Oh.
Quick honors.
So he has totally forgotten his cool. What'd you get?
I got a natural one.
He has totally forgotten that a paladin's lay on hands can be used to cure disease as well as heal.
That was the other thing I was going to look was to check my land hands. But
Yes, you can check on your lay on hands too. But what is our cleric doing?
Rolling for risk.
Rolling for religion.
Rolling my religion.
Yay.
Hold on, wait.
no,
I got
cursed my
bonuses.
God.
Your god's like, let them die.
Spore it up.
24.
You know that lesser restoration is probably the easiest way to do it.
And I don't have that.
But you're a cleric, aren't you?
But I
So
don't.
that means in the morning you could ask for it. It's only a second level.
Wait,
But
Yeah,
we
8
only
hours.
have 8 hours until we die.
I have 5. I have
Some
2
of
and
you
a half.
only have 5 hours.
Did my Arcana roll tip me off to the lay hand?
Yes. And you know that his lay hands could be used to cure diseases too.
So we look at you like,
And we tell you.
and he's sitting there like, he's
The
like,
stories say of
This is
how
my
that's
problem.
I
healing
have some
touch.
sort of metal teeth.
I have this glowy red tile that I got a ghost trapped inside of.
dude,
The fact that he remembers that.
I love that as a character.
the ghost?
Yeah, all 3 of you, the characters know. The Aconite thinks that. So, literally Aconite is the only one at
No,
the table that thinks that.
Can it be split between the 2 of them to cure? Both of them.
Read your lay on hands.
Yeah, I think you can break it down to like 1 point even.
It takes 5 points to cure
Oh,
disease.
then yeah.
Basically 1 level's worth of healing.
Okay.
So,
So do we get the 5 healing and that, or is it 5 hit points?
For
5
lay on
worth of
hands,
it.
it's either
Convert
I have
5.
this bucket of hit points,
Yeah.
or I can burn 5 to cure disease
Okay.
or
Okay, so-
poison.
I
5
can
to
do,
cure, 5 to cure.
I
Okay.
will do the heal.
Well, I'm burning the lay
Oh,
on hands anyways.
yeah, he's gonna have to.
Well, you don't have to burn it
No,
all
you don't
at once.
have to do it
You
all.
can- it's a bucket, a pool of points that
Okay.
you can use.
So I'll
So you're
save-
spending
okay.
It's
10
kind
of
of
your
like an
hit
either
points.
or.
Yeah.
I'll
You
save
can use it
50.
to heal, or you
So
can
you're
use it
spending
to cure
3
disease.
levels of your lay on hands to cure their disease, and when he does, he touches you, and his holy unholiness pours into you, and you just see your skin just like
Turns
It's a nice lovely shade of green.
again.
the fungus spores come popping out of
A
their
healthy shade of
skin,
green.
and you see them like hitting the ground and writhing. They look horrible. It's like a little seed pod with a tentacle growing out of it. It's disgusting.
Okay, who needs hit points?
I need it.
She
I'm-
needs like 20
Yeah, she
still.
needs a lot more. Like I'm at 25 out of
So I'm
48.
no longer
Aconite needs
You're
a
no
little.
longer
She
diseased.
needs a lot.
I mean, I got
It was
D10
poison
for
damage, but you were diseased on top
I'm
of it.
okay.
asking, does
Okay.
anybody else?
No, I'm
Yeah.
still good.
Yeah, if we do short rest, I might even be able to get some.
What's
Yeah,
that
but
short
you don't
rest
need
you
damage
speak
yet.
about?
You didn't take any
I don't-
damage?
but it-
Okay, so just the 2 of them.
Just the goblins.
Yeah, we just us.
Okay, so let's see here.
You're gonna have to do more than try though.
13.
You're gonna have to
13.
So
beg
you
the
each get
cleric and
13
the-
more hit points back?
Yeah.
So mass heal,
Prayer of healing.
prayer of healing, and she's going.
Wow.
I'm only down.
She is
She's
really
burning a
giving
big
today,
one.
isn't she?
Thank you.
Thank
you, Bobby.
Okay.
Well,
I
that's
try
the
to go
time
and like
talking. Chill out.
pet them.
So now that the fire's completely burned out, you
I'm
know,
going
I
from
give
this
you
extremely
oars
tall
have
character to a really
settled.
short character.
I give you
Yeah.
a copper ring.
Right?
He's a furbolg, my
Thank
druid.
Okay.
You're welcome.
You're now
So I'm going
engaged.
from- Although
No,
It is a wedding ring, but
well, you got it off of what, a dead elf or something?
It was a dead hobgoblin.
I'm supposed to keep track.
I do
I mean,
have.
like whatever. I just.
I figured
Ouch.
I have a murder goblin god statue as well that I fished up from the water.
So what do you guys do? I mean, do you guys go in the room?
Can we wait for it to burn out all the
Yeah, it burned out pretty quick.
all the?
Oh, it's not going to touch the other half of the room. It's not going to burn that well.
Well then, let's just skip this or something.
Go around.
Yeah, you can easily skirt
We
around.
have torches.
Yeah. And if you're willing to reach into a clump of mold, you see like these bugbears had belongings that the mold grew over.
I really
they
don't
statues?
feel like mold
What's
touching
that?
today.
They're statues?
These are bugbear statues of bugbears of prominent something before something smashed them. These are actually year-old corpses that got in the dungeon. That unfortunately the spore thing took out all of them, and then they hatched baby spores.
The corpse is
got into the dungeon, not
the
Well, there's brown mold on the ground that's grown over them and over their belongings. It's basically maybe safe to touch. Nature
I'm
guy.
definitely not touching it.
Yeah.
Nature guy.
Let's
Poke
see
it with
if
a
I.
stick.
Let me see if I burned my luck with that. 13 nature.
13 total.
Yeah.
You identified this as brown mold,
Mm-hmm.
which is actually kind of useful. A lot of the Underdark creatures use this mold to basically make refrigerators. because it naturally cools off the area it's in. It actually makes like an almost pseudo-magical coldness. So it's not dangerous. I wouldn't go to sleep on it, but it's not dangerous.
Okay. Do you share that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I give the TLD.
He's like, it's deathly dangerous.
No.
Well, it's
Definitely not
extremely
vegetarian.
important that we give these
Bro, at
brothers
least
a
one
ceremonial rest. As I go
Bugbears.
in and I begin dragging their bodies into like 3 lines, and as I'm checking,
So you go in and touch them?
You said they were safe.
I said the mold was safe. I said
Are the bodies moving?
Yeah, no. After you move them, yes. But you're going into the mold and pulling their bodies out, and of course it looks disgusting when you pull their bodies out because like top half bones, not the bottom half comes off because they're all degrading in the mold. But so
Okay,
you're
I'm
moving
gonna
the
go in
corpses.
and try to remove the important pieces then while it's not.
You can move the corpses. It's just that the
Yeah,
decaying stuff is being left on the floor.
It's disgusting.
It's now part of the floor. Circle of life, man.
So what can we find on the 3 different bodies?
You mean
There are
the
5 bodies.
5 bodies plus the couple knapsacks that they have on the side of the room because these bugbears are badasses. When they start fights, they pull out their weapons and throw their bags against the walls. Because they're awesome.
Well, in that case, I'll take a look.
They weren't their healing potions. They just.
They all look at each other like, shit, that was the need. Someone needs to pee in a bottle. So you're gonna go over to the side of the room while he's fleecing the bodies to fleece one of the bags that's against the room? Are you going after the mold-covered bag?
No, not if it's mold covered.
Is it
What?
brown? It's all brown at
it's
this point.
brown, fuzzy.
It's
Okay.
I'll grab one of the
not,
bags.
not feeling the mold.
Yeah, like-
Okay,
Circle
so the
of
paladin,
life.
who's level 5
I've had
now,
my fun. I'm taking
and
a
does
break.
that mean you're immune to disease yet?
I think that happened earlier. But yes, I'm immune to disease.
So you pull the moldy bag, and of course the bag rots and falls open, and all the belongings come falling out. You find the equivalent of 4 explorer's kits. The only difference is, as I whip out the list of explorer kits.
They each have a legendary magic item. Unfortunately, the magic's been set.
Something like that.
Man, I should read my equipment stuff more
You
often.
should totally read your equipment stuff.
Hey, that's a
Think
fun-
of how much stuff you'd find out you could do.
I
In
didn't
the
know.
explorer's kit, you get a rotted backpack that's no longer useful, the bedroll that's full of mold, a mess kit that seems fairly okay, it's just they chew on the rims of their cups. It's the thing. You live with it, you're used to it. The tinderbox, which is kind of okay to still use. The wood's a little rotted. The torches are still usable as torches that seem to be very flammable because they're slightly, eaten away with mold. The 10 days of rations might be good.
Goblins
And the wines, each one has a wine skin full of some kind of liquid. And 50 feet of maybe okay rope.
Maybe.
Okay, maybe okay rope goes in
That
the
could
corner.
probably be set on fire.
Right?
We just use the torch, set the rope on fire, and throw the rope.
Especially
Use
we
it
don't
like a
want to
fuse.
get confused.
And you get 80 silver amongst all the coins between what you pull off the bodies because they had their purses still on them. And you get 5 really good morning stars if you want. And by good, I mean so cleaned off by the mold that there's nothing organic left on them except the mold.
Silver morning stars?
No, regular morning
Oh, I
stars.
see.
No, it's
You get
80.
80 silver
Right. And 5 morning stars.
and
80
54
silver morning
gold
stars.
pieces.
Anybody want these morning stars? I don't think we use them.
Are they? I'm trying to see if it's at least usable. Like, I could use it, but like, is it of any real? It's just pure. It's
morning stars.
Yeah, it doesn't have any like. Especially like if it's finesse weapon, it would have been useful as a backup weapon, but like no.
And you find a pair of old socks, obviously not bugbear socks, and
Which is weird.
a old key because I rolled up 2 of the random trinket things to see what else they might have. An old key and a pair of it looks like probably gnome socks.
Did they
Weird.
Totally weird because they're striped socks.
Are the socks covered in mold?
The socks seem to be safe. They were in a pocket tucked away like they're good luck socks. Like maybe this bugbear had a ritual if he goes and sniffs the socks deeply to have the power of the gnomes. Hey, it's the random trinket chart. I have no control. I just reads it as I see it.
And what he didn't know is somewhere a gnome is going, dude, what happened to my favorite pair of socks?
He picked his pocket and picked his socks off.
Okay.
So, I mean, you do find a decent amount of coinage, and you're like, hey, this is nice actual coins. Finally, some fucking coins.
Yeah, man. I want some coins.
Yeah, see, this is the problem here. She can't even keep up on her hit points, and she's writing down loot.
That's the important part.
It's called priorities.
Right?
Keep scribing in your spell book, spell slinger.
You know, you can tell, though, that I wrote things down in the moment because it all says things like, dehydrated potion from Yvonne.
Not actually what it is, but what it describes.
Alright, so that is 10 gold pieces each.
Oh, you're trusting the bugbear to give you the math?
16 silver pieces each. So, by the way, once you've traveled with me and fought by my side, I'll be there for you, odds be damned.
You have inspiration, sir.
And I think that was back at the beginning of the fight.
Back when you backed up the ranger.
Right. Even though I hold a grudge for you being stupid.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm not stupid. I'm incompetent.
She totally checked the door for traps and made sure there was no traps.
But I think he's incredulous about my. Oh, there's a bunch of floating beach balls. Let me pop them. I'm
And
like,
the fact that you kept doing it.
yeah.
Maybe this one won't pop. Maybe this one won't pop. Maybe this one won't pop.
Oh, maybe it's far enough away, or
Paladin got smart and was like, pop them from a distance.
What?
Further distance.
From a distance.
What was that?
Right.
What's the definition of insanity?
Same
Goblin?
action, expecting a different reaction.
Giggle snort.
That's okay. So JT.
So you guys head through the room.
Sure.
It's got another set of stone doors.
Yeah.
And that's a good place to wrap it up there.
Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. Please follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/CPPN to never miss a show or stream.
Hello, this is Eric.
And Wendy Strog with Stone Valley Hobby and Games.
We sell board games, card games, role-playing games, and supplies. We have thousands of Magic the Gathering cards available, carry Kickstarter products, and work with veteran-owned small businesses to bring you our own line of products.
We are a small business retailer, but we offer competitive prices, a loyalty system, and free shipping on orders over $100.
As a military veteran myself, I'm a strong supporter of our armed forces, their families, and contractors out there doing the hard job. So any order from an AA, AE, or EP address will be shipped absolutely free.
Remember, StoneValleyGames.com, where we take your leisure seriously.